Hey, this is Johan Aditya from LightHaven. Today we're going to be working on a single stick drill using a hanging ball. We're going to work on 3 different drills. Each one is increasing in difficulty and each one is stacking upon the previous drill. Now let's quickly just talk about the benefits of using something like this, a training tool like this. The first one is of course just accuracy and precision. I've often spoken on this channel about some characteristics or attributes that Grant Tuhon likes us to have when we're doing PKT. So you have speed, timing, power, accuracy and precision. The difference between accuracy and precision as defined by us is accuracy is your ability to hit a target and precision is your ability to hit a target consistently. So every time I do that angle 1, I should be hitting the target. Now these are 2 really important attributes because whether I'm choosing to hit someone's hand or whether I'm choosing to hit someone's head, I may have just a split second to take advantage of an entry that I have just created. And if I miss the target, I've done all this work to get past my opponent's weapon. And then if I miss the target, then either I'm going to get hit by their counter attack or I've just wasted a really valuable opportunity and the engagement is going to go longer. So it's really important that if I want to hit a certain target, I should be able to hit that target 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10. Another thing that this ball is going to help us do is it's going to help us with our timing as well as our control. Especially in the second and third drills, your ability to control the amount of power you're hitting this with is going to directly influence how successful or how easy or how difficult the drill is going to be. Timing is going to be really important because if I don't have the correct timing and I cannot judge how this ball swings, again it's going to be really hard. I'm going to keep missing the target, and or in the second drill when I'm looking for follow-up attacks after my first power strike, again my timing has to be important to know when can I have those follow-up attacks and when do I now start to again need to start targeting that ball. So let's just dive into it. The first drill is really simple. The first drill is just me getting used to the idea of hitting the ball, getting used to the target, getting used to the way it swings, getting used to the distance I need to be from it. Again, just getting used to the ball. I'm going to start with just hitting the ball as often as I can with as many kinds of strikes as I can. Could be vertical strikes, could be angle 1, angle 2, you could try horizontal strikes, could even try reverse diagonal strikes. I'm not really using my feet too much, I'm just getting used to hitting the ball. I'm also controlling, I'm not smashing the ball. Right? I'm not trying to hit the ball really hard, because if you hit the ball hard, it's going to ricochet all over the place and life's going to get hard. I'm just trying to touch the ball, slowly. Slashes, you can even try a few thrusts, you can even try a Wittig, do something else, but I'm just trying to touch the ball and getting used to the idea of being able to touch that ball. The next drill is going to require a little bit more control. What I'm looking to do is hit the ball, have some kind of passing strike and then hit the ball again after that. So the first one, we can try just an angle 1. So I hit the ball, let a strike pass and hit after that. Again, hit the ball, let a strike pass, hit after that. If I hit too hard on the first one, it's going to take too long for it to come back. So you have to find the right amount of control. How much do you want the ball to move? Do I want just a little bit? Then the passing strike is going to be a little bit shorter, but it will be probably easier for you to do the follow-up strike. But if you go a little bit harder, it can be a little bit more fun. So I let the strike pass and then I find something with it. I'm hitting, I'm letting something pass, I'm finding the third strike. Hit, let it pass, find the third strike. Again, I'm hitting, letting a strike pass, finding a follow-up with it. Okay, so again you're looking, it's like a three hit combination. You're hitting the ball with something, you're letting some kind of strike pass through where it was and then finding it again with the third attack. The idea is to kind of change your focus from just always following the ball to also trying to have some kind of like a follow-up attack, because very often you're going to start like getting stuck and tied up in your strikes. Let's say I go an angle 1 and then I go an angle 1 on the passing strike. Now from here, maybe I don't want to do an angle 2, maybe I want to come back with a 4. Or let's say I go angle 2 broken, I let that strike pass with an angle 2 and now I'm coming back with a 3. So it really challenges you to figure out where you want to be in terms of your strikes, and it'll often leave you in places where you are trying to hit the ball with a strike that may not be your best strike. Like for example, if I was just doing angle 1, angle 2, angle 1, let it pass, angle 2, easy, angle 2, let it pass, angle 1, easy. But sometimes you might find yourself, oh, it's coming back, that's my 4. So you might try to hit it with something that might not be your most comfortable strike, and that's the point. Okay, so this is one where you're going to fail a lot, but the idea is to treat it as play. Don't take it so seriously. Treat it as play. So I'm letting it pass. I'm hitting something again. I hit. I let something pass. I hit again. I let something pass. I am following it. Hit. I let it pass. I'm now moving with the ball. Hit. And let it pass. I'm hitting again. I'm looking for something. Hit. Let it pass. I'm hitting again. I'm hitting. I'm letting it pass. I'm hitting again. And you may miss. It's very normal that you may miss, but you're starting to have fun with it and you're starting to move with the ball as well. Whereas in the first drill, we were just staying stationary and trying to just get used to targeting the ball. I want to take a quick break in the video to tell you about the exclusive content that we offer on our YouTube memberships and on our Patreon page. On both pages, we offer longer, exclusive versions, extended versions of the videos that go out on here on YouTube. But on Patreon, we have 3 separate series that also have an exclusive series. One is called the Drill of the Week, where I go double stick, single stick, double knife, single knife, stick and knife, empty hands. And I essentially give you a series of drills that you can spend the entire week training. Another is a 2 Horns Training Thoughts, where I essentially tell you about my approaches to training, fighting, teaching, just my approach to the martial arts. And the third is a newer series called Ancient Arts, Modern Warriors, where we get to geek out on the martial arts together. We're talking about the evolution of the martial arts, how they connect to each other, the context in which they developed. Just again, our opportunity to geek out and nerd out on the martial arts from all over the world together. So if you'd like to know more about any of these series or any of the content that we offer on any of these pages, check out the links in the description down below. Now back to the video. The third drill again increases the difficulty. Now I'm treating this like a hand or a stick. So I want to hit it, and as it's going away from me, I want to try and target the body behind it and then hit it again or get back out again. So a simple example is I go angle 1, I hit the body, and then I want to try and see can I catch the ball again after that. Or if not that, then angle 1, I hit the body, I get back out without hitting the ball, but the idea is you're getting out without also being hit by the ball. And if you want to have extra technical correctness, I don't know if that's the way to say it, then you're exiting behind an umbrella, you're exiting behind some kind of a shield, right? So again, I'm here, I hit it, I hit the thing, and if I can hit the ball again, that's great. Then I come back again, I hit the ball, hit the body, and then I'm getting back out again. Now, that time I hit the ball so hard that it didn't really come back. So you want to find that right amount of power, right amount of control, where you can keep playing with the ball, and it doesn't require you to really go away too long, or it doesn't take too long to come back. So you want to find the correct power. So again, maybe I go jab, hit, come back, and then again I go jab, I hit low, and I'm coming out with an umbrella. I'm going angle 1, hit, I'm trying to hit it with an angle 2. Maybe I'm trying to thrust it, hit it, come back with again with a thing. Now it's going to take so long, I want to find a way to come back. Hit, come back out. Now I'm changing levels on this also. I'm going low and then exiting again. There's a lot to play around with in this drill, a lot. And you can spend a lot of time just playing with individual combinations. So let's say I want to have a combination where I hit the hand, hit the head, and hit the legs or something like that. So let's say I put out a combination on YouTube recently where I went V-tick to the hand, jab to the head, and angle 1 as I was getting out. You can play around with that also. So I'm going V-tick to the hand, and then that's redondo circular as I'm exiting. So I'm V-tick, hit, boom. You can just stick with that combination. There's so much to do in a drill like this that you can play endlessly for hours and hours and hours and hours. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add, any questions, any comments, leave that in the comments down below. Please do subscribe to the channel. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. A huge thank you to everybody on our Patreon page and everybody on our YouTube memberships. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you'd like to know more about the exclusive content that we offer on either of those pages, check out the links in the description down below. Lastly, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.